Oh, yeah. Got there a little early. All right. It is Sunday, October 16th, 2022, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove. It is the Sunday Funday edition, a little later than usual. Had to work today. Had to do an open house up in Landenberg for a listing that I have. I sell real estate in Delaware, Maryland, and Pennsylvania, and was holding an open house for one of my clients. My real estate website's marshallmanlove.boxroach.com. Let's find out what's been going on locally here in the first state of Delaware. Turf Bowl was this weekend. This was an event originally put together by Willie Miranda, who was the coach of Brandywine High School for quite some time. He made arrangements with the University of Delaware to have a series of games played on the turf there at the University of Delaware. Now a lot of schools have turf since then, but it's been going on for quite some time, and the competition in these games is good. It's high level, so it's good to see that games like this were able to get scheduled, and it was Smyrna handing Archmere its first loss of the season, 3-0. The Eagles improved to 10-1 on the year. Reagan Necrelli scored the first goal of the game in the first quarter, which proved to be the game winner. And Drew Moffett scored two more insurance goals, assisted on both by Megan Shirey. Now the Eagles are going to face Delmar on Thursday. Smyrna's in Division I. Their main competitor for the state championship is going to be Cape Henlopen, who they played earlier in the year and lost 2-0. That's their only loss. We're going to see how they have improved since then when they take on their reigning state champions in Division II, the Wildcats of Delmar. Big game there. Speaking of Cape Henlopen, they blast Padua 8-0. Grace Wiggins found payday 3 times, and Louise Rishko twice. And the Vikings are now 10-1. What's going on there? There we go. Get some coffee. I blew out my voice yesterday in a show. What kind of show, you ask, Marshall? Well, it's my stage hypnosis show. Information about which you can find at marshallmanlove.com. I performed this show all around the country. I did one in Salisbury, Maryland yesterday, and it just ran for an hour and a half, and I was doing so at a very loud volume, so I am a little hoarse today. Madeline Rowland had 3 goals for Wilmington Friends in their homecoming game against St. Andrews. Final score here was 5-0, and front and center there, number 3, is Madeline Rowland and her happy Quaker teammates. Other games featured Dickinson beating Seaford 2-1. Sussex Tech fell to Queen Anne's County in Maryland 2-1. Tatnall beat Tower Hill 1-0. Tatnall remains undefeated, barely there, but that's all it takes. Just got to win by 1. Charter School Wilmington 5, Middletown nothing. And now for some football news here. Xavier Limehouse scored 3 touchdowns for Laurel, and the Bulldogs beat Odessa 42-0. Caden Shockley scored 2 touchdowns to contribute to the cause. There is Xavier Limehouse. Does he pronounce the X or just say a Z? Some people do it both ways, and some do it either or. Xavier or Xavier. I guess if you say Xavier, you're sort of saying the Z in there. Anyway, I don't know. If I was like a real reporter, I'd find out. Frank Nasta threw for 3 touchdowns. St. Andrews beat Glasgow 25-16. Nasta had 221 yards, completing 2 touchdown strikes to Yasfelt and 1 to Griffin Patterson. Archmere beat Tower Hill 28-14. Arc quarterback Chris Albero scored 2 touchdowns, running twice and passing for 2. He accounted for all 4 touchdowns there, and he ran for 133 yards. There's Chris Albero, senior now. We talked to him when they won the state championship last year with him at the helm as a junior. In the district rivalry matchup between Mount Pleasant and Brandywine, it was Mount with a 34-0 victory. Damir Bird rushed for 184 yards and a touchdown to help lead the Green Knights. They are now 2-3, while Brandywine is 0-6. There is Damir Bird. Some other scores from yesterday. Delmar 35, Sussex Tech 6, Newark 42-8 winners over Conrad. Wait a second. Wilmington Friends 34 and Mount Zion Prep 0. Let's see. Appoquinimink 40, William Penn nothing, and it was Lake Forest 33 over Red Lion 33-14. And the other score there, St. George's 27 and Hodson Votech 21. Special thanks go out to Jazzercise in Middletown at 24 North Broad Street in Middletown. One of the proprietors there runs a very active Facebook group page for parents of high school athletes, and they are kind enough to post up links to these videos that I produce, and I'm appreciative of that. And my voice is really messed up. Boys soccer. In the most anticipated game of the year, the two state championship programs from 2021 clashed in Bear. Salesianum beat Caravel 2-1 to hand the Buccaneers their first loss of the season. All-American Jake Ross scored the eventual game winner as the Sows came from behind to win. The goal was scored on a penalty kick, which was initially saved, but the rebound Ross was able to corral and kick into the back of the net. And no score in the second half as the defenses took over. Both teams are now 10-1. Here's Jake Ross. Alessio Cristinetti Walker scored 3 goals for Wilmington Friends against Tatnall in their homecoming game, and the Quakers win 5-1. Now, he then ran into the locker room after this 1 p.m. soccer game, changed into his football uniform for the Quakers' 2:30 homecoming game, came back out on the field, all decked out in different clothing, kicked 2 extra points and 2 30-yard field goals. That's a good day. 2 different sports contributing to 2 victories there. Soccer and football. He was second team all-district last year, kicker. Imagine he's on his way up. I believe he was first team all-state soccer player too. So let's put it this way. The kid can kick. Cape and Lopin 3 and Brandywine 1. And Nicholas Panico scored all 3 of Cape and Lopin's goals. Cape is now 9-1 on the year. The Bulldogs are now 6-4. What else? Delaware Military and Tower Hill played to a 1-1 tie. Newark Charter 6, St. Elizabeth's nothing. And the other 3 scores we mentioned. In volleyball, just 1 match yesterday, and Padua picks up a much-needed victory in a 5-set match against Delaware Military. Anya Yadabelli had 31 kills in the match for the Pandas, who are now 4-6. The Seahawks are now 8-4 with 3 matches to go, 2 against tough squads from Caravel and Cape and Lopin. But 31 kills, I believe, is the most we've seen this season. I believe. I could be wrong. It is known to have happened before where the writer, the writer of this show is occasionally wrong. Let's just blame it on the writer. Yeah, let's do that. Because I can only read what is written for me. Whoever writes that, I don't know. I have to fire him one of these days. So that means I might be looking for a new writer. And if you would like to hone or develop sports writing skills, reach out to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com and join the crew. You can do a little research for me as well. I have a great need for that. Are you a photographer or videographer taking some pictures or video that you would like to share with the growing fan base here at Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports? Reach out to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Any items of interest, a milestone, an announcement of a national letter of intent signing or verbal commitment, or perhaps an athlete of the week or month for your program, we'd like to help you celebrate all of those. Just reach out to me at the address you see crawling across the bottom of the screen now, mysportsreports@gmail.com. Special thanks go out to some special people in my life: Joey B, Tommy K, Donnie M, my wonderful, beautiful wife, and those who continue to support this stream/video/program, whatever it is. I don't even know what we're supposed to call it now anymore. Let's just call it a video for now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Marshal Manlove, and now from the home studio, Middletown, Delaware, call me gone. Yeah. Please like, share, and subscribe so we can help you celebrate your athletes to many more people. Have a great day. I think I already said that. Yeah, it's time to eat some candy now. It's been like 15 minutes since I had a piece.